Your worth as a parent is not measured by the behavior of your child, but your worth as a parent is measured by your consistency. So, as parents, are we waiting for our children to perform so we'll say, okay, yes, I now feel worthy? Are you waiting for your child to be the best in school, to be the best in class before you can now say, oh, I feel worthy as a parent? Your worth is not determined by the behavior of your child, but your worth is determined by your consistency. So how consistent are you in parenting your child? How consistent are you in raising your child? How consistent are you in building that child that God has blessed you with? Now, parenting is not performance. It's not performance. It's not a show. You don't do it for people to applaud you. You don't do it because Mr. A is doing it. You don't do it because that is what is trending. No. Parenting is not performance. Parenting is stewardship. So are you ready to be a steward? Are you a steward unto your child? Are you stewarding those talents, those gifts, those blessings that God has put in your child? That is what parenting is all about. Parenting is all about stewardship, not performance. So as parents, how can we intentionally steward the gifts that our children have been blessed with? The gifts that our children have been endowed with. Number one, you have to steward the heart of your child. So are you stewarding the heart of your child? Are you building the heart of your child? What are you doing on a daily basis to build that child, to build his heart, to build who he is? Or are you waiting for the outcome? Are you just dependent on the outcome? Which means that, okay, when my child does something good, or my child performs better in school, that is when I'm going to feel okay, I'm going to feel worthy among my peers, among my friends and all. We must learn to steward the heart of our children. You must learn to build in your child. What are you doing to build the mind of your child? What are you doing as a parent to build the mind of your child, to build the being of your child, to build the identity of your child? Are you stewarding him to be a better version of himself, or her to be a better version of themselves? Are you stewarding them so that tomorrow they can make wise decisions? They can change the world for good, for the positive. We must steward the hearts of our children, not just their outcome. Don't wait for your child to perform before you now feel worthy. Don't wait for the outcome of your child. The outcome of your child should not be dependent on what you do, or what you do as a parent should not be based on the outcome of your child. Secondly, don't make the wins of your child your source of identity. Don't make the wins or the failures of your child your source of identity. Or you say, okay, I feel empowered. I feel I am worthy when my child passes an exam. No. When you sit in the conversations of parents, you hear parents say things like, okay, when my child passes this big exam, I'm going to get this child a phone. When my child passes this great exam, I'm going to get this child this gift this child has been asking for. Are you making the wins of your child your identity? Or are you making the failures of your child your identity? You hear parents say things like, when my child is writing an exam, I'm also writing an exam with my child. No. When you do that, you make the wins or the failure of your child your own identity. You make the child look like, okay, you make the child think like, okay, this exam, if you fail or if you win, that is what makes me who I am. No, don't make the wins or the failures of your child your identity. We must teach our children that their failures, their wins, it's for them. When they pass, their names are going to be on the certificate, not us. So don't be that parent that buys all the best gifts when your child passes an exam just to make this child feel, okay, I am happy with you. No. Rather, we should support them. We should guide them to make better decisions and make them understand that this journey is theirs. The choices they make towards their success in life is theirs. So don't make the wins or the failures of your child your identity. Then also we must stay faithful even when we don't see instant results. As a parent, even when you don't see instant results, you must stay faithful. You must stay committed. You must continue to teach. You must continue to empower. Don't be the parent that say, oh my God, this thing is not working. You're raising a child. You're raising an adult. When you put in the work, you must be patient enough to wait for the result. You're not just going to do one thing today and say, okay, I expect to see the results immediately. We must stay faithful. Even when we don't see instant results as parents, you're teaching your child something. You're teaching your child phonics. You're teaching your child how to learn, how to read. You're teaching your child mathematics. Or you're teaching your child life skills. You must be faithful so that you wait to see the result. You must be faithful. You must be faithful during the process. You must appreciate the process. You must appreciate the progress. Don't be impatient and wait and just want instant results. So that when you don't see instant results, you just give up and say this thing is not working. No, we must continue to put in the work. We must stay faithful even when we don't see instant results when we are raising our children. Also, we must focus on the soil, not just the fruits. We must focus on building our children. Don't focus on the outcome. Don't focus on what you see outside. You must focus on building the child deep. You must focus on the soil, not just the fruit. You must focus on developing the brain of your child. Not just the outward appearance. The outward appearance is beautiful, is great, but what are you putting in that child? What you're putting in that child, would it make that child to stand out tomorrow? Would it make that child to stand and sit with kings tomorrow? So we must focus on what matters, which is the soil. Focus on building your child. Focus on developing the mindset of your child. Focus on encouraging or helping your child to have a growth mindset and not to focus on the fruits, because the soil is what brings up that fruit. The soil is what springs up that fruit. The fruit can grow, maybe after a while you pluck it or it falls, but the soil still remains. When the soil is watered, when the soil is nurtured, definitely it's going to generate healthy fruit. So we must focus on nurturing the soils of our children, the soil of their mind, the soil of their soul, the soil of their hearts. You must garden it, you must nurture it, you must put everything you need to put to develop the soil of your child. And you must plant as a parent. You must plant. When you plant, you water. When you do what you ought to do, then God is the one that gives the growth. When you put in your work as a parent to steward your child, to guide your child, when you do your work, then God gives the growth. God allows everything to work out. God makes you to start to see the result. So we don't sit down and fold our hands and say, oh, God is going to do the work for me. God is going to parent my children for me. No, God does not raise anybody for. God does not raise any child for any parent. God has given us our children because we are responsible for them, to raise them. So while you water, while you plant, while you build the soul and the heart of your child, God gives the growth. So tell yourself today, you are a steward, not a show-off. As a parent, you're a steward. A steward of destiny, a steward of the soul and the heart of your child. So what would you be doing with that blessing that God has given you? So today, I want to encourage you to steward the heart of your child. Don't focus on performance. Don't focus on instant results, but focus on stewarding, on building the heart, the soul, the mind, the being of your child. That is what we are called to do. I believe this video has been so helpful to you. Please like this video, share this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Renewed Parent Academy. And my name is Chioma Odikulu. Do have a great day and thank you.